your revocation hearing. So we're going to get started with that. Your hearing examiner for the Board of Pardons and Paroles. This is our revocation hearing concerning Symes Derek, number 300-964. Today's March 12th, 2024. Can you please say to me your full name and DOC inmate number for the record?
Derek Symes.
And what's your inmate number?
300-964.
Do you have any questions about the purpose or procedure?
No.
Do you understand these rights? Are you ready to go forward?
No.
On 10/30/23, you were arrested on a warrant from Connecticut State Police charging you with disorderly conduct, threatening second, some incident on 10/13/23. On 10/13/23, CSP responded to Open Heart Halfway House located in Charter Oak Ave in Hartford for reports of threats. Upon arrival, police spoke to the victim. A Halfway House staff employee reported you threatened to beat him to death. The victim reported that you threatened the staff person, stating you would fuck him up, put him through a wall, and beat him to death. Staff reported that while you were making threats to kill the staff person, you stepped towards the victim in an aggressive manner. You appeared in court on the charge of disorderly conduct, threatening second, and you were convicted of threatening second-degree physical threat, in which you received unconditional discharge. And the charge of disorderly conduct was nolly. Charge 2, under some conditions, Halfway House placement, you charging officer reported on 10/30/23. You were arrested on a warrant from Connecticut State Police charging you with disorderly conduct, threatening second, semi-criminal incident at 10/13/23. And 10/13/23, Connecticut State Police responders Open Heart Halfway House located at Hartford, Connecticut, for reports of threats. Upon arrival, police spoke to the victim. A Halfway House staff employee reported you threatened to beat him to death. The victim reported you threatened the staff person, stating you would fuck him up and put him through the wall and beat him to death. Staff report that while you're making threats to kill the staff person, you stepped towards the victim in an aggressive manner. You violate Halfway House condition. I will treat others with respect and not engage in physical or physical altercations with others by person, staff, or third parties. Do you have the other violation?
Yes, I have it. It's Attorney Doyle represented him. It was disposed on. He got just a 3.5 month sanction. As I indicated though in the summary of the previous, the status on the. I'm not sure why. To indicate this incident occurred on October 13th. He was remanded on October 26th. Why it was not dealt with at the time? It's still that incident from the previous violation, and then he was remanded again. I'm sure my records indicate February 9th of 2024. So he was never released. They did a warrant for the incident at the Halfway House. Once again, this is the same conduct that was dealt with, in my opinion, on the previous one. Obviously, when there's a warrant by the state police, it turns into an obedience to the law. That's what he's here for today.
So I am going to announce my findings. So on charge 1, I do find you violated the no bail laws of abuse of law based on your conviction of threatening second. Proceed to sentence to unconditional discharge. Also based on Exhibit C, F, and G. On charge 2, I do find you violate additional board condition Halfway House placement based on the evidence provided, Exhibits A, E, F, and H. That includes the fact-finding portion of the hearing. Before I make a recommendation, counsel will have an opportunity to give background on the history. This perfect part of the hearing is some term outcome I will recommend. So if you'd like to.
Yes, we have Mr. Symes. I am respectfully requesting he be reinstated at the next board review. Based on what I just put on the record. He's been incarcerated since October 26, 2023. He was given the previous sanction. He was remanded again, so he was never released. He's been incarcerated on this one since February 9th. So he served that 3.5 month sanction on the technical violation. The disposition from court here was an unconditional discharge. My client, he's 50 years old. On his previous release, he was self-sponsored in Manchester, and then he was at the Open Heart Halfway House program in Hartford, and he also spent some time in IOL in Hartford. Looks like he did begin studying English in Manchester Community College, and he does aspire to major in psychology. He did report to us, worked for a security guard for Green Mountain Concert Services, also was employed at Outback Steakhouse, Applebee's, and he is a cook in a convalescent home in South Windsor for approximately 2 years. As far as plans for reinstatement, he would like to be placed in a halfway house in Waterbury or the New Haven area due to proximity.
Yeah. I don't live anywhere near Waterbury, New Haven.
But that's what we discussed, Derek.
We did not discuss that. I don't live anywhere near Waterbury or New Haven. I have no ties to Waterbury or New Haven.
Where do you want to go?
Oh,
Doesn't have one.
There's no address.
So
Okay.
then you need to call my mother.
I already did that and I spoke to your brother also. That's why these two recommendations were made.
Why in the hell would I go to Waterbury?
Where do you want to go then, Darren?
You need to lower your voice, partner.
I got to make sure you can hear me because we're on video here. I have to speak up so I can hear you and you can hear me. I'm not
Where can you
raising my
put me? I
voice.
haven't done anything. All that court and stuff in court was thrown out. It was nollied and non-judicial discharge.
Correct. And we're not that. She wants to know where you want to be housed. You wanted me to speak to your mother and speak to your brother, and I did. And these are the two options they gave me. Do you have a preferential place you want to be placed at? You can't go with your mother and you can't go with your brother. I spoke to them like you asked me to.
So where the hell am I supposed to go?
You have to go, we have to place you somewhere. We need to know what area.
What part of the state? That's why you asked me to do something, Derek. I did reach out to your
I
family.
never even spoke to you.
I spoke to you on the telephone 2 times. You did speak to me. Last time I spoke to you was February 27th. I have those in my file.
I don't recall that. I'm just being honest with you.
Okay, no, that's fine. But she's asking you. We want to know where you want to be placed. She wants to place you somewhere so I can get you out.
I don't even know anybody in Waterbury.
Well, you don't have to go to Waterbury. Where do you want to go? What area?
In the Hartford area.
Hartford. Okay. Okay.
And where would that be?
I don't know. I'm not the field officer, so I don't know where you'd be placed. But if you want to go to the Hartford area, we can look to place you in the Hartford area.
But where would I be placed is what I mean.
I'm telling you, I don't have that information. It'd be a halfway house, most likely.
But I can't go back to the open earth.
There's other halfway houses.
Where? I need to get out of here today.
You're not leaving today.
When will I be leaving?
That's what we're going to get to. We're going to continue, and then you're going to know. All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's it. Like I said, he asked me to speak to his family members. I did. So I put on the record what I needed to put regarding the disposition in court and how long Mr. Symes has been incarcerated for.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So what I'm going to do is I know there's a prior violation as well as the new conviction for the threatening second. So I am going to make a recommendation that parole be revoked and that he be re-paroled for May 9th, 2024. It's about a 3-month period confinement as a sanction. Since what ends up being about 6.5 months from the 10/26/23 date, I recommend the following parole conditions: halfway house placement, no consumption of alcoholic beverages, no contact with victim IM and KJ, a general no contact with Colleen Mahanahan and Elizabeth Russell, behavior management program for domestic violence, problem sexual behavior treatment, mental health evaluation, no contact with minors. I'm going to present the case to the board March 21st. So the board's going to vote on when you get out on March 21st. And then we're going to have the parole board. I'm going to present you to the parole board on March 21st. And then they're going to, yes, that's the day I have to present your case to the parole board. And then they're going to give you your parole date. Okay?
What do you mean, when am I leaving?
May 9th.
Well, May 9th is the recommended date. So the parole board's got to vote. The parole board's going to vote next week on the 21st.
God, you're kidding me!
That concludes the hearing. You're all set, sir.
Go fuck yourself.